something if you're still here. Somebody left a comment on Mandy, I think it's Mandy's live, and the comment says, in the beginning, someone came forward. I think it was a coworker. This is all alleged. I cannot verify it. But CP was keeping his RV at the job site. This would explain why or how he was there so early. He went from the scene straight to work. The company wanted it moved. That is why he had to go back 17 hours. In my opinion, all alleged. I do not take Chloe's source as a fact for the alibi. Do you know if Chris left his RV at the job site and would just drive back? I thought it was at the campsite. Hold on a minute. Let me make sure I read that right. Yeah, keeping his RV at the job site. Have you heard anything about that, Seth? Okay, well, someone had emailed it to Mandy, and that's a good. That's a really good question, because that would mean that the RV was not. Okay, Sandwich remembers. Sam says, yes, because the RV campsite entrance would have had Chris returning to the park on camera. I'm sure of that. Interesting.
Brittany, I thought I heard that from the very beginning, that his RV was parked at the job site. But I could have been dreaming it, but I thought I had heard that from the very beginning of this case.
Right, yeah.
And it may not have technically been the job site per se. It could have been at the hospital, because most hospitals have RV parking.
Right. I don't know. I'll wait and see if he may know that, and he may not. I'm not sure. Guys, can I ask you, if you don't mind? I'm sorry. I know I asked this a lot. Hey Titch. Hey Bobby J. Down to silence. Anybody? Quinny? Good to see you, Quinny. Can you guys click that thumbs up, please, if you don't mind? And if you haven't become a member, would you consider joining the Green Team? It means so much. Thank you so much. Seth says, I don't know for sure. Okay, thank you. Sorry to put you on the spot, but it's just a question we had. I appreciate you clarifying that. All right, let's keep on going.
So whatever the problem is. Well, now he has to stash the kid in a house somewhere. Wait till he's 3 years down the line until he's 18. Okay? Not give him his medication, because hopefully the authorities have been tracking that and discovering that no, those meds have not been on board and they have not been refilled, and no, that child is not getting those prescriptions. Okay? And then at the conclusion of 3 years, when Sebastian walks out at 18 years old and says, hey, I'm here, I'm back, then the father, the biological father, is at risk of going to prison. Okay? So the first question you have to ask yourself is that probable? I don't know. In my book, it's really not rocket science. The answer is, for me, no. Take it off the plate. Let's focus back at the house. So now the second problem that we are discussing here is, what are they saying in the house? Okay. What is the stepdad saying? What is the biological mother saying? But then you have to say to yourself, okay, well, we don't have evidence, quote from the sheriff, of criminal activity. No problem. I've seen hundreds of cases where there's been no evidence of criminal activity. It doesn't mean criminal activity hasn't occurred. Okay. You just have to, as she said, do good old-fashioned police work, i.e. gumshoe, and you start talking and interviewing. You know who I would start with? I'd start with the other 4 wives at length of the stepdad. And I would learn his patterns of behavior around children.
That's coming from a seasoned investigator. For the people that saying the ex-wives are irrelevant, no, that's coming from a seasoned investigator. Yes, they're relevant
I have,
because it. Yeah,
yeah,
go
I
ahead,
have
Nan.
said this from the very beginning. Those ex-wives know something. Yeah.
Yeah, it points out a pattern. Hey, C. Taylor. Hey, crafting and true crime. Yes, and to my mods, I love you guys. Thank you so much for y'all being so supportive and loving. Honestly, I know this is cliche, but I have the best mods. I do. My mods are, oh my God, I love you guys so much. I'm so thankful for you guys. Brittany got a new dance move. Break it down on what? Break it down to the bookie. Okay. Yes, Echo RV Park, a mile down the road. Yes, who was talking about that, guys? That's a new theory that I'm hearing. Well, I don't know how new it is, but that's another theory that I'm hearing kind of like taking off too. Different RV park. Wait 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys.
Oh, please.
Oh, please. All right. Sorry. Lord, I'm getting bombarded with messages tonight. Sorry about that. Hey, Red won't go. If I was KP or CP, I'd drive right to Seth's home. Although he was at work, you'd make sure that you didn't make it there or something. Right. Honest to God, I would drive to Seth's home and I would watch every time. Like, what did I just say every time? Oh my God. I would look on the side of the road and canvass the area the entire time to make sure that I didn't see him walking. But yeah, I would have certainly, that my first thought would be call his dad. Let's find out if his dad, knows where he's at or if he maybe seen him. Hey, Miss Boo. Hey, Miss B. Hello, Terry Dean. Terry Dean, Seth hasn't typed in a while, so I don't know that necessarily you're blocked. It may just be that he's not typing in chat right now. Connie Beneful, Brittany, you are a very amazing person. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. That means a lot to me. Yeah, Bobby J, he's been going in and out. Hey, Misty, welcome. Come on in, guys. Get comfy. Grab you a snack. Let's talk. All right, here we go. Oh, did any of you guys want to say anything? I'm being so damn rude. Anybody on panel have any thoughts, ideas, opinions?
No, I'm just taking it in.
If there's something
me too.
if there's something you guys hear that you want to commentate on that I haven't paused, let me know.
Just say hold, please.
Yeah, just be like, hold, please. Do like,
hold, please.
Yeah, Ben George does it all the time.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
All right,
okay though, because he makes a good point.
Yeah, Ben's like,
Where
hold,
is
please.
Ben, get up here.
Ben's here. Ben's here. Somewhere.
Yeah, get up in chat.
He still owes us a commentary from the other night.
Yeah. Benjamin Nielsen George. Where are you, Benjamin Nielsen George?
Oh, his mama used
There
to
he
say that
is.
to him when he was in trouble.
Whose channel is it? Allegedly, Brittany. Yours? Yes, it is my channel. Benjamin Nelson George.
Well, because I think because he sees it that I'm streaming it too.
Oh yeah, no, it's okay. So I'm letting Let's Talk stream. She is doing a, what do you call it? A double feature, I think. I've never done it. I'm glad you figured it out. So yes,
Yeah.
I want to go ahead and say that now. If anybody sees this video being streamed over, it's Let's Talk, and it's okay. I'm letting her. She's building her channel, and this is trying to figure out how to go live, and I'm all for it. I'm cool with that. Bobby
I'm
J, thank
trying
you.
to get the nerve up after everything
Yeah.
that's going on.
Oh, Ben said that's not why he said it. Let's talk. Okay. Bobby J gifted a membership. Thank you, Bobby J. Welcome to the green team. To whoever was gifted. Bobby J, I appreciate that very much. Oh, I love you. Thank you, Mr. George. Ben George says, I said it because you apologize for talking too much. Okay, I did. Touche. I know. I just sometimes I feel like I'm rude to my panel guest because I'll yap away and just steal the show.
If I thought you
And
was being rude, I'd call you out.
I know, right? My tattoo mama would be like, "Can I say something?
Excuse me.
Squeeze me."
Trust
I
me,
mean,
one
I just say
thing
it.
I have never had a problem with is being heard. I am very loud when I need to be.
Oh, yay! Thank you, Ben. I love you, Cynthia Becker. Thank you. Oh, y'all know what this means? I'm about
Okay,
to
then I'll
blow
wait for my
out y'all's.
question.
I'm about to blow out
Earphones.
y'all's eardrums.
Yeah.
Oh, please. Nana said, "Yep." Welcome to the green team. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Y'all
I
are the
do this
best.
on my phone, and I just noticed that it says on my screen tap for sound so I can hear it. I never hear it when it plays, and it also mutes my mic when you do it. That's interesting.
I didn't know that.
I've never paid attention. I'm completely oblivious to most of the things that happen around me, though, so that's nothing new.
Hey, is that Nicki Minaj? I love her. Bees in the chat, but bees in the chat. Something. Can't tell me nothing. Bees in the chat. What does she really say? Bees in the trap. I think bees in the trap.
Yeah, it's bees in the trap.
Bees
Yeah.
in the chat. Wait, bees in the trap.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Must Have Got Lost. Y'all really are melting my heart. I appreciate it.
I do want to say to Seth that I do think about him a lot because every time my gorgeous little blonde-headed Sebastian hits a milestone, I always think of him and think, I hope he gets to see this soon. His own Sebastian. Like, mine's getting ready to start his senior year. And
Right.
I've been a wreck just over that. He's getting ready to have his first day of school. And every time we hit something like this, like we just had his birthday, I'll think of Seth and think, I really hope he gets to see Sebastian for his birthday. These little things. It's just those little bitty things that it'll hit me that I'm getting to enjoy it with mine and he's not right now. And I really pray that he gets to again.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
So I just wanted to tell you, Seth, that you cross my mind a lot.
Yeah.
And my heart truly goes out to you.
We think about
This
you.
case is on my mind like all the time.
Yeah. Irony Rose gifted another membership. Must have got lost gifted a membership. What the hell am I going to do with y'all? Thank you. Thank you for
Spirit
the
needs
love, you
speakers.
guys.
You got a member of for 1 month. There you go.
Yeah. Thank you all so much for all the love. It means a lot to me. Welcome to the green team. Those of you that were gifted, please tell all these lovely uh peeps thank you. All kinds of gifters. Yeah, Ben. Ben said, is this a challenge? Spirit Seeker Squad, my beautiful Mandy says Team Green, Team Strong. Yes, ma'am. Mandy showed me last night that I really got to get my act together and I got to get some membership clips and some more emojis and all that good stuff. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for all your support. Y'all are why I stay. All right, let's keep going.
I have a question real quick before we start.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So we were talking about why didn't they call Seth work?
Yeah,
I'm surprised the police didn't call him. He didn't find out till after the police were already at Katie and house.
wait a minute. Say that last part. It cut out.
So the police were already at Katie and Chris's house.
Yeah,
Why didn't the police contact the jail talk and ask him if he had him?
that's a great point. That's a really good question. Seth, have you thought about that? Why wouldn't the sheriff?
Yeah, because the sheriff should have called the biological dad. Yeah, they share 50-50 custody. Then yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, something doesn't make sense at all. And I want to read this because this breaks my heart. Seth, he says, I've been dealing with the schools lately. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but I'm asking them to keep his spot open for when we find and bring him home. Hey, you're doing exactly what you should do. There's no reason why they should not keep him on the roster. He should be his teachers should be assigned. Everything should be scheduled as it were if he was here, because you're absolutely right. When he does come home, he's going to need as much normalcy as he can possibly get. So what you're doing is right, Seth. I believe that's and the police should not have any issue. I mean, not the police. I said police. The school should. I should don't see that the school should have any issue whatsoever with holding his spot. That's exactly what you do. They save his spot at school.
Heart goes out to you so much. That just breaks
Yes,
my heart.
me too. We love you,
Me
and we know that
And we
you
love
love
you,
your baby.
Seth.
Hey, Allie writes, how are you? Good to see you, beautiful. Hey, Teresa. Yeah,
Seth,
Seth, you're
keep,
doing right.
keep doing what you're doing. That boy's
Yep.
going to be brought home to you.
Yes.
He
You
will
got
be
this,
home with
buddy.
his dad.
Yep. You got it.
Yep, you got it, Seth.
All right.
Yep.
All right, let's keep going.
Around women, around, who came around him to pull him out of the dungeon when he went through 4 previous other divorces. As an investigator, I would start pulling all that divorce paperwork and interviewing all the ex-wives. Not only that, I'd start looking up his social profiles. How did he meet these women? Where did they meet? What were their dates like? What did they talk about? How aggressive or non-aggressive was he? And then I would look at patterns of behavior if going through 4 divorces. Well, who stood by him during those 4 divorces? Was it his family? Was it his mom? And if it's his mom, That's into, that, Gary. I mean, from a behavioral analysis aspect, okay? If mommy's always cleaning up his junk and his destruction, i.e., when he lights a fire and runs from it and she comes and stomps it out, you've got to look at now those secondary circles within the inner circle. Is there something going on between the family as a whole? And that's where you shift and you say, okay, well, are they hiding him? Meaning the mom, the biological mother, from the biological dad. Is that a possibility? What's going on there? And if so, how could that have unfolded? And if again, the simple process in that is where are they getting the medications for the boy? If they're hiding him out somewhere. Okay. Because now if you go to a stranger, i.e. he walked out of the house and he ran into a stranger, well, the stranger doesn't know he needs medication. He's not going to care. And that challenge of life becomes less and less. And go ahead.
Well, whenever there's now remember, this is all hypothesis, right? Because we're saying that if we feel that the wandering out of the house or the abduction hypotheses don't seem to have much support, and then we're thinking about something inside the house, then we start thinking, when you're dealing with something like a domestic issue, let's say perhaps even a domestic homicide, right? Well, first of all, that this term that I coined, elimination murder, right, is the first thing I always think of in a domestic situation. I say, is there someone who stood to gain by somebody being disappeared? Did somebody gain financially? Was the person an impediment to a romance or a new relationship? Were they, a burden in some way, etc.? And if you take the elimination thing off the table, what's left? Well, emotion, sheer emotion that erupts, right? And if it's sheer emotion that erupts, well then, Chris, in the kind of background check you're talking about, I think you're 100% right in that what you'd be looking for would be signs of explosive rage.
Exactly.
Somebody who in an explosive rage does something to someone, and then other people who are scared of them help cover that up or whatever. I think that's what you're suggesting needs to be flushed out.
Right. And if you...
That's the hypothesis. And I assume it is being flushed out because I can't imagine law enforcement doesn't think about it the way that we are.
Well, yeah, no, I would assure you they're thinking this way.
Right, about all possibilities. Right. And regarding the abduction, and see, this is the thing. I mean, Chris, you and I, we do a lot of work with a lot of people that would officially be called profilers, right? And we certainly are well aware of a lot of the techniques that they use, and I think from a profiling perspective, there are really two wide categories of these kind of sex offenders that would take a kid, right? Well, the first would be the schmoozing, psychopathic, kind of savvy kind of offender who would groom a child over time. They would get to know them. They would insinuate themselves into the family. They'd be the coach. They'd be the priest. They'd be the rabbi, the imam. You know what I mean? That kind of figure, the friend. And then they attach themselves and over time develop a relationship and then go off with the child to defend. But the other kind, the kind that would just burst into a house at night and take a kid sleeping or something, they have to be more socially inept, more odd, peculiar people. You know what I'm saying, Chris? I mean, the kind of person that would be probably a local that opportunistically takes a kid like out of a mall when his mother's not looking or something, or just snatches a kid in a car that's going by, And I feel like already you'd be looking at somebody who wouldn't do this only once, who probably would be a repeat offender. So the first thing you'd be thinking of is something like a weird local sex offender that would already be known to law enforcement if you were profiling the kind of person that would snatch a kid out of the house in the middle of the night, that kind of thing. Right. And it's kind of hard to imagine why they'd be so stealthy and feline that they could do it without making any noise except possibly a little thud and without any trace. So we're saying a weird, psychotic-like or bizarre person who also has this incredible cat burglar-like precision that takes this 15-year-old child out of the house without making much noise and without any trace of it, and who doesn't have any local record, like this is their first time or something. I mean, in other words, when you start going through the likelihoods, it becomes more and more of a stretch. And I don't know if you would agree that from a sort of profiling perspective, it's a hard sell that's what happened. It's a hard sell.
First of all, you've got to control a 15-year-old autistic child.
Who's going to be right.
Number one. Okay. You have allegedly 10 at night to 6 in the morning to do it. You've got 8 hours. Okay. Within that 8 hours, whatever it is, you somehow have to get into that house. And by the way, when you leave, you don't forget to lock the doors. Okay. And secure the windows and turn off the video. Make sure there's no video. Make sure there's no ring cameras, yada, yada. Make sure all this doesn't exist. And he somehow, let's put ourselves in the perpetrator's shoes. The guy goes in. First of all, he knows exactly where Sebastian is because he's going to go into his room and not accidentally go into the mother's room. And while he's in there, he either A, wakes him up, or Sebastian's waiting for him without his shoes. Right? And says, all right, you're coming with me because I met you online. Let's go. Okay. And, we're going to go to Disneyland or Disney World or whatever. Okay. We're out of here. And now this individual gets him out of the house. Okay. Locks the door behind him. And then mom wakes up 6 a.m. and decides, well, it's time for school. Let's go check on Sebastian. So she walks in there and immediately goes into her head, oh, he walked out the door. Does anybody think that sounds logical?
No.
No, none of that makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Nope.
At all.
Seth, do you remember when I asked you what was the likelihood of Sebastian meeting up with somebody and running away? Can you tell me what you said again? Because you can correct me if I'm wrong, if you're still here. If I'm not mistaken, I asked Seth, what is the likelihood that Sebastian would meet up with somebody and run away? And I think Seth said, I'd be more likely to hit the lottery. It's not even logical. And then it sounds even more bizarre when you listen to it being explained and broke down by Chris McDonough. So you have a stranger walk into Chris and Katie's house. No alert of the dogs. None of the dogs go off. Nobody wakes up. Nobody, no scream from Sebastian. Nothing. And you avoid being detected on surveillance as well. I don't know.
That is not even a scenario.
Dogs would have
All the
barked.
doors were locked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we
dogs
heard
definitely
dogs
would bark.
barking
Those
in a
corgis
couple of
or
the
whatever. Yeah,
videos.
they're yappers.
So if they're going to be barking while they're on video or on a panel, then they're going to bark if that kid is going through the house or somebody coming in to get him.
Or,
You know,
yeah, a stranger coming in the house that they don't know. They're probably gonna,
Right.
they're gonna bark,
and small dogs are the worst about barking at anything. Mine will bark at me in
Right.
my house.
Exactly.
Like, been in here all day, but I move and they forgot I was there or something, and they're barking.
Yeah. I don't believe he walked out that door. I don't. With no shoes in February, no.
Nope. No. I struggle with that. Marlena said, Chris and Katie, y'all should be terrified because if as civilians can see this is BS, concocted story, but because you believe I'm sorry, it's concocted story, you best believe that law enforcement really knows. Yeah. Ben says a 15-year-old can't outsmart the entire law enforcement community, neighborhood, and dogs. Right, Ben? Right. Come on. It's insanity. It's insanity. Megan says Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Yes, guys, let's put this out one more time. Or Megan and the mods are circulating this. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Sebastian is a 15-year-old white male. He's 5 foot 5 inches tall, 120 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. He was last seen on February the 26th, 2024 in Hendersonville, Tennessee. If you've seen anything or you've heard anything, see something, say something, please notify the TBI, Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, at 1-800-TBI-FIND. And then Mandy is circulating Sebastian's missing persons flyer. We also got Justice Jane missing 161 days, guys. I can't get over that. 161 in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Thank you so much, everybody, for posting all of that in chat. Right, exactly, Otto. Brittany, it's like Sandwich said, who would know where the cameras were in the neighborhood?
That's
Right.
what I was getting ready to say. He couldn't have dodged all those, doorbell cams. Because those people have doorbell cameras.
Oh, all of them, in my opinion.
Those are nice houses. Like, they definitely have camera systems.
He didn't bring his jacket. He didn't bring his shoes. He didn't bring his phone. He did not run away.
Mm-mm.
A runaway would bring all those things with him.
All right. Here we go.
And he
Yep.
would have shown signs outside. He didn't show one sign of being outside.
Oh my goodness, Jody. Y'all did it again. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Miss Jody with the good hair. Look at her hair. Oh my God, Jody's got the best hair. Thank you, Jody. I love you so much. I appreciate it. It means the world to me, honestly. If you were gifted a membership from our beautiful Jody here, please tell her thank you. Guys, it humbles me that all of you are doing gifted memberships. It means so much to me. Thank you for the help and the support and for the love. That means a lot. Welcome to the green team, whoever was gifted.
And it's really not fair that she's that nice and pretty.
I know, right?
I'm just saying. That hair is gorgeous. I would kill for hair like that.
Oh my God. Every time I see her picture, I'm like, Jody with the good hair's back. Oh,
And
Jody.
she's nice too. You can't help but like her.
Oh, she's always been so supportive. Thank you, honey, for staying true to you. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you. I love y'all.
She's very pretty.
She is. All right, here we go.
And he would have to walk out of the house undetected, nobody noticing anything, middle of the night or whatever.
Josh. Hey, the witness box. Good podcast. Yes, I hope you don't mind. You did such a good job. I needed to go over it so I could add my input because I'm up there with y'all, you and Chris McDonough. I'm on y'all same level and everything. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's really good job, Josh, guys. The lab is in the chat. We've been circulating your link, so y'all go over and sub up. Good to see you, Josh. Thank you so much for being so nice. I know it's hard. I don't know how you feel about hearing yourself, but I know when I have to listen to myself talk, I'm like, oh, this is weird. So I'm sorry if it's awkward for you, but y'all hit on some really great points. And tonight you did a really good job with Justin. I appreciate you. All right. Let's keep pushing. Here we go, guys.
Hey, Josh. Love you.
It is.
Right, a real pro.
Yeah, it would take a lot to be undetected for this long, running away, being a 15-year-old.
Can somebody name another case? Anybody?
Where the same question arose.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Can anybody name a national case where a child was taken out of the house outside of Polly Klaus, outside of Elizabeth Smart, Can anybody name another case where the suspect came into the house totally undetected? And by the way, the Polycloss case was solved. The, Elizabeth Smart case was solved, okay? Because these guys were wrecking balls when they came into the house. And,
That's a really good question. Chris McDonough, Mr. McDonough, that's a really good question. Can anybody throw out a case where the perp was bold enough to go inside the house, aside from the ones that McDonough just named? Because I can't think of any.
No, I can't think of any. This case has always struck me as being very awkward from the jump, like from the beginning. And I'm sure everyone can relate. Or, well, not maybe everyone, but
Oh,
most people.
shoot. How the freak did I forget Cash Gernon? Yes, thank you, Mystic. Cash Gernon was actually one of, like, that. Do y'all remember Cash Gernon? That case ripped me a new one. That case haunted me. That case, I was oh my God. Remember, that is another one. I forget his name. I think it's like Darian. I forget his name. He goes into the house and he pulls little 4-year-old Cash out of the bed, and it was on surveillance, and we had to watch it. Oh my God. That case. You want to talk about one that let me tell you something. I cried and fell to my knees in my kitchen when I saw, like, there's rarely been many cases that hit me that hard, but Cash Gernon's case was one of them. Oh man, Jesus help us. That was so bad. I think Sweet Crazy, I really don't think that he's going to have I don't think that he is going to have a trial. I think that he is actually Ben George. Whoa. Holy moly, guacamole, George. What? We're going to call him Benjamin Nielsen George. Thank you. He just gifted half the chat. Y'all, we got to throw them umbrellas up. The lab, did he get one? Yay, Josh got one. Sweet. Look at all that green. I love you guys. Welcome to the green team. Here we go. We got to do our little clip. Hold, please. With their filthy ears on Jakester! Woo, 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 woo! Yes! Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Ben. Mr. Ben George, appreciate you. He said, goal attained. Total domination. Thank you. All right, let's keep going.
They left evidence, i.e. something or somebody saw something, or they left something on the, in the Polycloss situation, he left stuff on the window, the window frame.
The only case that comes to mind is the famous Edward Paisnell case, the Beast of Jersey, who would take a ladder or whatever, climb up to a child's
What year was that?
I actually have it in my records because I don't remember off the top of my head. I know he was active between
the Lindbergh baby.
57 and 71. I have.
Okay, so the 70s, right?
Yeah, he goes in and he would take the children, and he didn't kill them, but he would assault them, and he would literally go up a ladder. Well, that's a whole elaborate story. That's like we could do an episode on it. But the thing about him was that's the infamous guy. You've probably seen photos of him where he made that very peculiar outfit to be very scary, where he had all the creepy Halloween masks that were sort of merged into one ugly mask,
right?
And wear bracelets with nails and
but
things.
He didn't
to terrify the child.
But he didn't abduct them out of the house.
Yes, he did. He would take a ladder up to their bedroom window, take them down, bring them to a place where he had set up what was supposed to look like an altar, and tell them he was going to kill them there. And the idea was just to scare them. He was a guy that played Santa at Christmas time in the neighborhood.
Did he bring him back?
Pervert, and he would bring them home.
Right.
He didn't kill them. But that is one of the most bizarre cases. In fact, I'm writing about it for the new book. That's why it came to mind. But it's a really weird case, Chris. That doesn't happen here, right?
The guy's not leaving ladders up alongside, Sebastian.
Yeah, the Lindbergh abductor put a ladder also, right?
Right. That was in the 30s. But
right.
so let's, again, that's my point.
Right.
If anything, okay, they're the ones that have occurred. They've been arrested. They've been captured. Now, now you take the two boys in Bakersfield. Okay, the boys in Bakersfield.
Yep, Cal City.
And you start overlaying what the parents were saying. Okay, and do you see any similarities into what you're hearing here?
Yeah.
Okay, are there correlations to that? Okay? But I think the most telling piece of one of them, the most telling piece here of DLR does not look right or sound right, is when mom says, "Yeah, I hear a thud." Okay? And then 6 a.m, I go in there, and he's not there. And then she says, "Well, I don't know why he would walk out the door." Well, first of all, you weren't asked that, and second of all, why are you volunteering that information when you supposedly should not know what happened? Because that's why you called the authorities. You called the authorities to help because you didn't know what happened to your child. And then all of a sudden in a news interview, you know that he walked out that door, but you don't know why. That is a problem, America. And, now, I guess people can spin it in any way, direction, form they want. Okay? But the other problem now that we have is secondary post-incident behavior. Who's doing what? What's the stepdad doing? What's the biological mother doing? What's the biological father doing? What's the grandmother doing? What's the grandfather doing? Are they hiring attorneys? Have they used the same attorneys in other incidences, i.e. divorces? That kind of stuff. Okay? And you start looking at that. And then you start really digging into each of their backgrounds, i.e. what we call a suspectology. And then the authorities then need to step their game up, and they need to tell the public, in my opinion, and I said this about the hat in the Rachel Marin case, where they were holding back the Nike hat, where they got the some of the DNA off of that and the drinking water bottle.
I remember when you said that. I remember this.
And next thing you know, a couple of days later, they had a podcast, and they said, "Oh, well, we have this Nike hat." Okay. Well, guess what? That guy was around for 5 months wearing a Nike hat. They arrested him with a Nike hat on. Wouldn't that have been nice to know right up front that they had a Nike hat and put it out into the environment? Okay. Instead, they put a sketch out, okay, but they didn't tell the public. And in this case, they need to tell the public, look, either the biological father is eliminated and he's not a person of interest because A, we have him on video at work, which he said he was from the last time I checked. The sheriff that he worked with allegedly said he was here. Okay, then what's his motive to kidnap his own child? Again, we go back to take the kid away from her because they're having a domestic argument or whatever custody problem. Well, great. Then he also has to get the kid's medicine. So check on those lanes. And if that medicine, again, has not been had for that child, then the biological dad's a high probability he's not stashing the kid somewhere. Okay? Because that would be foolish. To take your kid and wait for 3 years till he hit 18 and the statute of limitations hasn't expired. And guess what? You're going to prison for filing a false report and a kidnapping, quite frankly, at that point. So now you shift back and you say, okay, well, where was the child last seen? Oh, wait a minute. Let me check. It was in his bedroom and there was a thump heard. But somehow mom knows that he walked out the door. And the dad's just going to parrot that information, because if you see during the videos, he just keeps looking over at her like, yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's the ticket. Yep, keep going, keep running. Okay. So, that's not rocket science. So I would go talk to his first wife, Sarah. Then I'd go to his second wife, Stephanie, and then Rachel. Then, of course, Nina, and you're married to Katie, and see what they all have to say. And I know Nina because I watched some of the stuff that came out a while ago on this thing. She laid a whole bunch of stuff out there. But what about the other wives? This guy's had 5 wives. Why? Well, sounds like he has relationship problems. And then I'd be curious what the wives say about the mother-in-law. That would really pique my interest as an investigator. What do they say about his mother? Because women know, especially wives, they know what the mother-in-laws, either they like them or they hate them.
Yeah, very little middle ground there.
Right. So I want to know if there's any smoke there as an investigator. And if there's smoke, there's fire. And you chase that fire until you get a behavioral workup of what both of these parties look like. And I do the same for Katie. Go back and interview anybody that's been in her life, ex-boyfriends. How is she around children? How is he around children? Have they ever been arrested? Have they ever been under suspicion by Department of, Social Services or child, protective agencies? Are there any court orders that ever existed? And if so, what were those? What were the orders of the court? Because that means they went through a whole process to get to the court. How often was the court involved? So I hope the investigators, which I will put money on it, they're pulling all those reports and interviewing all those women.
And Chris Proudfoot has said publicly and admitted that he at least one time had spanked Sebastian with a belt, and that Sebastian went to school, told his teacher, and a CPS report was generated from that. Now he says that they came out and it was a big, nothing burger in his, to paraphrase or whatever he was doing. But so we know of at least one incident that he has admitted to.
Well, then you look at his military record. Has he ever been court-martialed? If so, for what? And where? I think he was at 32nd Street because I was in San Diego recently poking around. I know he was in Mississippi, and I know that he was involved in recruiting with the Navy. Okay. And so, I've heard some things, but, we'll let him tell the world about it. Have there been court martials? I don't know. I've heard there could be, but we'll let him tell the world about it. And so then you've got to think through this and go, okay, what's his volatility here? And does mom come running every time he gets volatile? I don't know yet.
Yeah.
What was their relationship like before Sebastian went missing?
Well, I think we can just based off of Nina's interview, based off of what we have seen since the case broke, Chris's mother is very close to him. He has obviously a very, very close relationship with his mother. Haley Cummins was kidnapped from her home. And yeah, but here's the thing about that one. I still, with every fiber of my being in regards to Haley Cummins, believe that Misty Crosland, her stepmother, handed her over to somebody. There's just no doubt in my mind. That case, we've never got justice for. Haley has never been found. Her evil stepmother has confessed multiple times with multiple different stories to which, she's not credible. You can't believe a word that comes out of her mouth. So yeah, Josh, that case haunts me as well. I followed it from the beginning, and it was absolutely rough. Little Haley was failed big time. And actually, help me remember, Kimmy. Wasn't Haley special needs too? If I'm remembering correctly, it's been a while, but if I remember correctly, Haley was special needs. Or she had some type of medical condition. Turner syndrome. Yes. Yeah, see, look at that. This is why I love you guys. Every one of you. Y'all are so sharp. And things that I lack on, there's always you guys to catch me up and remind me. Hey, Susie Akers. Hey, SL. Jill Gideon. Robin. How are you, Miss Robin? My beautiful friend Robin. I hope you're doing good. Canine friend. Genetic disorder. Connie Beneful. Angela Luster. Good to see you. Sweet Crazy. Good to see you. All right, guys. Let's keep it going. Detroit Rock City in the house.
Were they living together? And if so, what was that like? Were there any domestic calls, from the police, from the sheriff's department? Did the cops ever come to their houses and say, hey, because remember, the police don't get involved if, they're not delivering cookies.
So, Chris, as an investigator, say the biological father, Seth Rogers.
I like your picture, Manny. Manny said, Brittany, have you heard about Asha Degree? She's still missing, and law enforcement does believe that she walked out of her home in the middle of the night. Hey, Shirley Chambers, that name sounds very familiar to me. It does sound familiar to me. Let me look it up. I'm not sure. I don't want to say no because I feel like I have, but I'm not sure. So I'll tell you in a minute.
Who was at work for a 12-hour shift. If you were leading this investigation, would you clarify that alibi? Because Chris claims he has an alibi, being in Memphis at work, that he wasn't there, that he received a phone call, but you would think that would probably be verifiable, right? I know that Seth Rogers was at work because Chris himself said that he couldn't get a hold of him because he didn't have a cell phone on him because he was at work. So he texted him for when he was done with work, which was around 7. And I think they called the police just a little, like it was a little after 6. And it sounds like and I just double checked, sounds like the cops got there around 6:30 ish. And the call was to the non-emergency line just a little bit after 6, but between about 6:10 or so, somewhere around there.
It would take about 15 minutes to verify. You send somebody over to the jail where the biological father was, because my understanding he's a jailer. Am I right?
Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he worked for the sheriff's department. Mm-hmm. If he's in the jail and they have video of him in the jail, it's a no-brainer. Because now then the second piece of this is, okay, then did he hire somebody to kidnap, Sebastian? All right, fine. Let's run that lane.
Yeah.
Let's run that lane. So that's when you start looking for, okay, if the father wants the child, the biological father wants the child, okay, that means he has to also keep the medicine going in this child. He has to feed this child. He has to hide this child. Okay. If in 24 hours, okay, you could put a tap on that dad's phone. Okay. It's called a pen link. Okay. And you could get a search warrant to say, look, Your Honor, this is a at-risk child. We want to listen to this guy's phone service, i.e., we want to hear what's going on here because there could be, something that would lead us to the discovery of this child. Okay. Now that's one option. The other option is just follow him, put him under surveillance. Okay. And follow him wherever he goes. If the father in 5 months, which I think that's where we're at, even within 3 months, 2 months, 1 month, if that father never, ever shows any indication of being around his son, but every indication of looking for his son.
Oh, dear goodness. How did we forget? Let's not forget John Benet Ramsey, too. John Benet, to our knowledge, wasn't taken out of the home, but we don't know, it's still up in the air about who did that. But let's say that there is the possibility that someone came into John Benet's home. We don't know. I don't believe that. I think it's an inside job, but some do. Ben George said, let's not forget Madeline Beth McCann. is a missing person who, at the age of 3, disappeared from her bed in a holiday apartment in Luz. I don't know how to say Portugal. That place, Lugos, Portugal, on the evening of May 3rd, 2007. Oh my God. Poor Maddie McCann. Never any answers for that one.
Yeah, I remember that case. It was so sad.
Every
It's
couple.
still so sad.
Well, yeah, it's just like John Bonet. Maddie and John Bonet's, they're, in my humble opinion, Seth, I said Seth, Lord. Maddie and John Bonet's cases are similar in the sense that every couple years they claim to have some type of break and a new suspect, but it always leads absolutely nowhere. Have you guys noticed that? Every like 2 or 3 years, there's a break in the case, whether in Maddie's and in John Bonet's, and they get the suspect, and then you just don't hear anything else about it. Shirley Chambers says, Brittany, who was the little girl from Florida that was 18 months, 2 years old when she went missing and never had been found? Oh, God. Y'all help me. The parents left the door unlocked and a window open, Josh. A door unlocked and a window open. And they made it very obvious that they were home. Their children were back at the holiday home by themselves because they discussed it loudly at an outdoor bar and grill having drinks. I mean, these people did not make it, were not, vague about anything, or discreet, if you will. Baby Sabrina, Angela said. Angela Lester. Yes, thank you. I remember that, but it's that one's been a long time. Isn't it crazy how we can just sit here and talk about missing children? Like, it's never ending.
That have never been found.
Man.
That's the sad part.
It just makes me sick. It does.
Me too. All right, let's keep going, guys.
I don't know about you. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but that is not rocket science. And you need to say, okay, guess what? The biological dad's not involved. Let's take him off the list because we're wasting time, and go back and look at the house. It's kind of like, the other situation. We've talked about this a million times, okay, with Summer. It just seems to be this, repeat of the Summer Wells case. And guess what? We're 3 years into the Summers Wells case, when that thing is, in my opinion, that case is solvable. It's very solvable. It really is. I mean, you got Don right now in Utah committing crimes. Am I right, Josh?
Yeah, you're 100% right.
Okay. And I said he was committing crimes a long time ago, and everybody said, no, that's impossible. And next thing you know it, Utah authorities are interviewing him for, the crimes he committed against his stepsisters.
Correct.
The only problem there is the statute of limitations ran out.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, he was dead to rights. He admitted it.
Well, and there's more coming.
There is. Absolutely.
Right. Yep. Okay. Well, this is God's giving us another opportunity to utilize that. Now think about that. Hopefully they're listening, and this time they'll utilize it correctly. It's the same thing here.
Yes.
You're spinning your
Chris.
wheels if you've already eliminated by looking at the video of the dad walking through the hallways of the jail. Great. You see it, take a copy, put it into evidence. Guess what? He has an alibi. Time to move on, sports.
So why are these people, because I have said this too, Mr. McDonough, Josh, I have said this too, and many of us have. Why are these people continuously dragging Seth for filth when he had no part in what happened to Sebastian Rogers. Seth was at work. He was
He's
at
the
work.
only one that has a true alibi.
Right.
concrete
That's what I was getting
alibi.
ready to say. I mean, he's on video camera. What more could you know, like how much more evidence do you need than that to clear him?
Right. I don't know, but it doesn't make any sense to me that they won't leave this man
It doesn't
alone.
either.
I mean, he is
Right.
a father who is grieving and going through one of the worst nightmares imaginable. You know what it is for me, guys? It just shows how evil and vindictive people are. It just shows how wicked these people are. They are wicked. And, people can't sit there and say that, oh, well, y'all, what y'all said about Chris and Katie. No, none of us are going after Chris and Katie and mocking them for their
No.
appearance or mocking them for anything about them. Some people worship God, some worship the devil. I can't explain why exactly, Josh. Exactly.
Fans.
Yeah, and the thing also, Chris, when you say, well, did he
Brittany, what happened?
What happened?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. We lost Brittany.
Brett, are you muted?
Well, if there's storms rolling through there, then
It doesn't say she's muted though.
Hang on,
Yeah.
guys. Hang on.
oh, there she is.
No storms. We're
Yay!
good. Just rain.
Just checking on you.
Hang on a second. Let me fix it. Sorry, guys. All right, can you hear?
Yeah.
Hold,
Yeah.
please. All right.
Okay.
All Saints said, quiet game. Kimmy Lou.
Just a moment of silence.
Yep. Kimmy Lou said, I don't buy that Seth was involved in any way, shape, or form. No, I don't think anybody, like, even the people that freaking mistreat this man and talk pure shit about him, even they don't think that he is involved. Think about that.
There's a case in my hometown. The girl's name is Tracy Pickett, and
Mm-hmm.
she went missing. It's been 32, 33 years now, and they've still never found her, never got any closure on that case at all.
Mm-mm-mm.
She had left her friend's house to go back home, and the person that had supposedly been the last one to see her was a registered SO or CO.
Wow.
Yeah. And they still, they have their speculations and stuff. I know they have checked mine shafts and all kinds of places around here over the last 30 years. They still bring it up in the local paper when it hits an anniversary, and it's coming up on the anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah. I went to school with her sister. She was 14 at the time she went missing,
Mm-hmm.
and I still have not forgot that, because I was right around the same age. And, back then, of course, you're young and dumb and don't think anything like that could ever happen to you or anybody you know until it does. Especially
Right.
if you live in a little bitty town. There was like 7,000 people in this town.
Yeah. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrifying. All right. Give me just a second. I hope eventually they get some answers. There's more cases like that than we can imagine. Hey, 77, is it M7CL? In my opinion, law enforcement is trying to act like all three parents are equal, so it keeps equilibrium. Yes. I feel the same way. Easier to keep things nice with CP and KP than having to get warrants. If they start to show that they are suspects, then right, it's going to create a weird situation. Not only that, first of all, they don't want to alert Seth either. If Ellie starts to show suspects, the Proudfoots, it could literally change the dynamic. Right. There's numerous things that could go wrong from that. Oh, good night, Bobby J. Have a blessed. Bobby said y'all got me wide awake. I hope you get some rest, Bobby. Have a blessed night. Thank you for your support.
Takes him out of the house, undetected. Again, no noise, no nothing. How do you explain that one? How could you possibly explain them getting in and out of the house?
Well, in a hypothetical situation, K9 friend, alert Seth of what? Well, in a hypothetical situation, say that law enforcement was on to the Proudfoots, like maybe say, let's just be hypothetical and say the Proudfoots, were responsible for Sebastian's disappearance. In any way you want to think, like it. I mean, I'm not saying they've done anything, but if that were the case, law enforcement is not going to do anything that's going to alert Seth because they can't put a risk for Seth letting his emotions get him and taking matters into his own hands. So they're going to be very quiet if that's a scenario that plays out.
So, like you said, is it possible? I don't think so. I don't think it's possible or probable for that scenario to happen. So you take him off the table. But you know what's?
But you could also have an inappropriate, over trusting quality in people on the spectrum. For example, if you were to recognize the person that was coming in to take you, you might go with them because you're lacking the social judgment to find it odd that this person is asking you to go down a ladder in the middle of the night or whatever. But I would agree with you that all these suppositions are very improbable.
Yeah.
I mean, from an Occam's razor point of view, right? All things being equal, I mean, the simplest explanation is usually the correct one. And I mean, don't we all sort of feel that everything just herds you toward the most likely and the most common supposition, being that this was an internal dynamic and that there's an unsophisticated attempt, potentially just a hypothesis, an unsophisticated attempt to come up with a cover story that, from lack of experience and lack of research, just kind of doesn't work. I mean, what do you think, Chris?
I just think it's common sense. Investigative work is common sense. Right. And when you have, again, 15-year-old boys just don't vanish, especially autistic boys. 5-year-old girls don't vanish from basements. Okay. And everybody knows, common sense would tell you, okay, then how did this happen? What happened then? Is common sense say that, yeah, this stranger comes into the house and somehow, again, masterfully, maybe it's the same guy that took Summer.
Yeah, maybe.
Because this guy's a master at taking kids out of houses and leaving absolutely nothing behind. Zero, zilch, nada. Okay. But what he has left behind is 4 parents that don't know what happened to their child because, the last time they saw them, in Summer's case, she was in the basement or headed that way. But I saw her go to the house. Okay. And in this case, I heard a thump. Yeah,
Yes, Ben. Yes. Yes. Seth is involved in what? Who is involved in bringing awareness and who isn't? It's pretty easy to reverse engineer involvement. 100%. 100%. People want to talk about, oh, he's been all over these YouTube streets on these panels and stuff. Yeah, I would be too.
He's keeping his kid's name out there.
Right. He's keeping Sebastian's name alive and out there. He's going out and he's reaching for help. He's crying out to the right, to the rooftops, to every end of the earth. Hey, listen, please help me find my son. If you can't come help me search, put flyers out there. Please, I'm begging you. I want my boy home. My God, we've seen it.
I will send you flyers. He's even said he would send people flyers to, hand out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just bizarre.
It's insanity. It is absolute. It's insanity, and it's
like
frustrating.
Chris said, though, it's common sense. It's common sense.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it really is. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome to the green team, Lori. Lori said, I didn't even know I was green. Welcome, sweetheart. So happy to have you as a member. All right, here we go.
Things were, normal. I heard a thump. Yeah, he was in bed. I woke up at 6, but somehow the suspect was able to walk around the house here and get in. Okay. And man, I don't know why he walked out that door. Well, if she thinks it's a stranger abduction, why is she putting it on Sebastian that he walked out the door, on his own accord?
Okay, so the person that would be alerted in the house would be the mother, because she admits to being at home. So if somebody came into the house and if the dogs started to bark, that would alert the mother. That would be the fear, is alerting the mother. But what if in the house, you don't have to be worried about alerting anybody, because the person that is responsible for this is already in the house, that may live in the house. And
they have a dog. They have a dog.
Yeah, they have 2 little yapping dogs. Yeah.
What kind of dogs are they?
I think they're like kind of like wiener dogs.
So they have 2 dogs.
Yeah.
They're the best witnesses in the world.
I know. Aren't they?
So do we know where the dogs were?
That's troubling, Chris.
Do we know where these dogs were that night?
They were in the home. That is very troubling. It reminds me of the dog that didn't bark in the night, that kind of thing. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah. When Paul Finks asked me in the Stephanie Crow murder, what's your feeling? I said, the biggest witness in this whole thing's never been interviewed, and that was a dog. Because I told him, if this guy's wearing a wool sweater, there's dog hair all over that. And guess what? There was nothing there. And he was found not guilty, because that was the truth. And in this situation, if there are 2 dogs in the house and a stranger comes in and arbitrarily, decides, well, I know these dogs, or they're going to know me here in a minute, and mom is in the house. Or if Sebastian's walking out of the house, those dogs are awake, going, where are you going, dude? Yappa, yappa, yappa. Or, if they're not contained, but let me guess, they're in crates at night.
Yeah, they're in crates. Yeah.
Of course they are.
And they're Morkies.
All right, hold on.
Yorkie?
I think we're having the same thoughts here, I believe. Conveniently, you got dogs, right, that don't bark. 2 different cases we have. 2 different situations where I'm assuming the dogs didn't bark. Well, we're told that they were put in crates, right? But we got Mr. Proudfoot who slipped up. Chris Proudfoot himself has slipped up and said, those crates, when he's not home, those Morkies sleep in the bed with Katie Proudfoot. So I'm curious, were they in the crates? Oh, thank you so much.
He told her that night to put him up. That was another scenario that was like,
put the dogs up and
put it out there.
Listen, I don't mean any harm to any of you with little dogs. I want a Morkie. I think they're cute. But ankle biters are the worst. Those little suckers bark
I
more than
used to have a
any dog.
little. Yeah, I used to have a little mini pen, and I'm telling you, that thing barked everything it heard.
Yeah, I had a Shih
Like,
Tzu, and
he
he was
was
a
just like,
barker.
yep, 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 yep. Those
Yeah.
little things are yappers.
Well, you want to talk about little dogs and big dogs? I went up to my daughter's house this week, and when I got there, nobody was home. The dog hasn't seen me for like 4 months, and he's a Rottweiler, and
Oh,
he's in
wow.
his cage. And
Wow.
I knocked on the door. Nobody answered, so I had the key, and I went in. That dog never barked.
Yeah.
He only whined. Little whine.
Yeah. Yeah, but do you know how very rare that is?
But he's a big dog. I'm talking about a big dog.
Yeah.
And he knows who I am. He knows my smell. But if it was a little dog, it probably would have yapped. You know?
I agree with that.
I mean, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, my big dogs don't bark at anybody they know. If they don't know you, they're gonna bark if you get too close to the yard.
Well, that's what I said. It knew me.
Yeah,
I've been up there for a year now with it. So.
But now my little dogs, I can open up my bedroom door in the middle of the night just to go to the bathroom, and they're all barking because they heard a noise in the house. And I'm just looking at them going, I'm already in the house, okay? But yeah, every one of them will alert.
Yeah. I mean,
All right.
not all dogs bark. My daughter had a little Chihuahua, little Chihuahua. And you think Chihuahuas would bark? This dog never barked.
I don't know. I can't. There's no way that I can believe that two different cases the dogs don't race in. And we've heard Katie's and Chris's dogs bark.
Oh yeah, on interviews. I've heard them.
We also heard Summer Wells bark too. That her dogs bark. So.
Well, I mean, Chris McDonough, when he pulled up there, they barked.
Yep.
Justin went up there, they barked.
Yep.
Everybody that went up there said them dogs barked.
Yep.
In Summer's case, but coincidentally, they were on vacation that day.
Right, here we go.
They were at the spa.
Yeah.
I
yeah, the dogs were at the spa.
I think
Morkie is a mixture of a Maltese and a Yorkie, right?
I believe
so. They're yappers.
They're the biggest yappers.
Man. Well, even in their crate, they're going to be yapping.
No question. If there's somebody coming in the middle of the night, the dogs are going to bark. I mean, it's just, I have a dog that I have to crate sometimes, and he barks when you put him in the crate. Doesn't matter if you put a blanket over him or not. It's their nature. So yes, they were kenneled up. They're Morkies. They bark. But what I'm saying, and once again, a stranger or somebody coming into the house in the middle of the night would disturb them. But if somebody that lived inside of the house would not disturb them. And even if it did disturb them, it wouldn't matter because you're the only one in the house that has to be alerted. If the dogs alert the mother, the only person that's in the house, then that's not a big deal for her. But if an outsider comes in and the dogs alert the mother, then you have yourself a big deal. And that's why when you say things like, I haven't left the house, well, I don't think he did either. He's either ran off, somehow managed to elude the FBI, the military, the National Guard was out there looking for him, local law enforcement, volunteers, helicopters, drones. So he was able to elude all of that. Okay. Or somebody has successfully taken him out of the house and is successfully hiding his location, whether he be dead or alive. Those are the two scenarios that I come back to. I just can't understand that there's almost no chance that he would be able to avoid being seen or detected or some sort of. The cops said they don't know how he got out of the house. They have they just don't know.
Well, it's
Well,
not like they know, they're not saying.
They might. Yeah, they might know. Yeah. Well, look. I mean, anybody with common sense would. I mean, how could you not? Being an investigator, how could you not be suspicious of that story? And I'm not saying that they're 100% guilty. Look, there are scenarios that I've not thought of. I'm not a investigator by any stretch of the imagination, but you don't need to be a weatherman to know which way the wind blows. Thank you for listening to The Witness Box. I'm your host, Joshua Diaz, alongside my co-host, Chris McDonough of The Interview Room on YouTube, Dr. Gary Picotto, author of The New Evil. You can pick it up on Amazon or any major bookstore near you. We'll be back next time with another one. Thank you for listening to The Witness Box.
Robin 407. I agree with you. When Ellie came in, did those dogs bark? When Seth came in, did those dogs bark? I'm sure they did.
Brittany.
Is she muted and talking?
Brittany, are you muted? I don't hear.
Yeah, I don't understand why the dogs weren't barking.
Brittany.
Good job, Nana.
Paging Brittany. I'm going to have to start trying to remember some jokes so when we have these little dead spots, I can fill them in. I'm just going to have to find some that are approved.
Were you muted?
No, just when I think I had a minute to run to sneak to the bathroom.
Well, say hold, please, so we know.
Well, I thought I would be back in time, but I didn't realize it was going to shut off. That was really good, Josh. If you're still here, thank you for covering that.
Yes, that was very good. Very, very
Here,
good.
I just put you on mute and take you to the bathroom with me.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. We can't be risking that here. Not any of that on here. No.
Could you imagine the headlines tomorrow?
Oh my God, y'all think it's bad now?
That's okay. I'm sure they do it too, whether they want to admit it or not.
Brittany, since you recorded me and everything. Brittany, hello. Hey guys. Stop. Sorry, just say hello. Brittany is practicing her silent.
He said, stop.
My son.
That was funny. He's like, stop.
Let me see what we got. Wait a minute. I'm not done yet. I ain't done yet. Give me a second. Poor man. Give me just. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Jesus. I like Silver's on the scene.
I do too.
Give me a second. I keep saying that. Hold, please.
Come on, Ben. Tell us a joke. Come on, you put it up there. Let's hear the lip tip joke.
So
Such
I'm
a
not.
deep thought is there are three types of people in the world: those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those of us who wonder what the hell just happened. And there's my deep thought for the day. That's all I got.
So I'm not.
Misinformation. Cold
I'm not.
peas.
That's funny.
I'm not really sure why. Um, I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn, it's like somebody just reached in my head and took my thoughts. I was gonna say something. I'm not sure why. Hold on.
I distracted you, didn't I? I'm sorry.
No, no, you're fine. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna go to the Facebook group. Maybe I'll. I was gonna go
No,
some
it's
over
okay. I
something
want to say
else.
something, Brittany.
Okay.
In my opinion, and I'm going to take this to my grave,
Oh.
I think Granny Proudfoot is the backbone of this whole situation.
That's not the first. Actually,
And I
I
am going
kind
to
of
take this
agree.
to my grave.
absolutely not the first time I've heard that.
That is what I thought from the beginning, and what,
How many of
you
you
know
agree with
me.
that? I'm
When
just
I
curious.
when I start with something, I don't change my mind.
All right, give me a
That
second.
woman is evil. She did it with Nina. Who knows if she did it with the other women? And I wish they were interviewed, the other wives. But I don't know. In my opinion, I'm going to say.
I
Why?
know. Sandwich. Nanny's Nana said granny, and I said, oh shit. I said the same thing to myself, sandwich. I was like, oh boy.
I'm
I was like, uh-oh.
sorry.
No,
I didn't
no,
mean
no.
to say Granny, but I'm
You're
just
good.
saying.
You're good. You're fine.
But, yep.
I listen, I meant what I said. I'm not walking on eggshells for anybody. I meant what I said this morning. I stand on it. Do not walk on eggshells. If these people want to police the community, they can police each other, but they're not going to police me. As far as me and mine's over here, we're going to talk about what we want to talk about, and we're going to talk about the cases. We're going to share our thoughts in a respectful manner, and
Oh my God. Seth,
all else be damned.
did you see what he just put there? In my opinion, if I go missing, I didn't leave on my own accord.
Wait,
Seth,
what, Seth? Why are you saying that?
because probably what I said. Oh my God, Seth.
Wait,
Please,
why?
don't say that.
What
Don't say
in the?
that.
Hold on, hold on. Why do you say that, Seth? Are you good?
I hope if you know something, you
You,
say something to the LE,
Yeah, give
because
them help.
it's just kind of like, you know, Micah said, if I get shot in the head, it was JP.
JP Miller.
So please say something. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
please
just my
don't.
opinion, but I've thought it
Yeah.
from the beginning, and you know me. When I start something, I don't change my mind. I've always told you that, Brittany.
well, I took a screenshot of this chat. So, only if he goes missing, we have proof that he has, in his own words, said, just for backup, just in case.
I'm not going to pressure you. You got your reasons for why you say what you say, but Seth, I'm talking to you. But stay out, keep talking, stay in the public. That's the best way to, don't go quiet. Basically, if you or if there's some weird fuckery going afoot, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I
that
guess
makes me
I'll take this
worried.
opportunity to say this too. I would never self harm. So if any weird shit like that happens, y'all know I didn't do it. I would never. I love my kids too much and my family and all of you guys and to do that to people. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
We already know you're
same.
suspect if you go missing. Brittany.
right. Seth, I understand what you're saying. He's saying he wouldn't be leaving on his own accord just like his boy didn't. Oh God, this makes me so sad.
Oh, my God.
Sandwich, this really is Seth.
Yeah, this
Because
is
if
Seth.
you watch it, she's got him in blue.
Yeah, that's sandwich. I've modded Seth, so we know who
So
he
we
is.
know, yeah, who
Yeah,
he is.
this is Seth. I get you, Seth. I get what you're saying. I mean, and you just never
Yeah.
know it's true. We don't know what happened to Sebastian. Know what
Someone says he's
nefarious.
probably disagreeing with me, and okay, Seth. I was worried. I'm sorry. Nana's a warrior, so I can't stand that woman, and I've heard so much about her past and what she's done, and it's just my opinion, and I'm entitled to my opinion. I'm not saying 100%. It's just what I think, and I will be beat up tomorrow for this, but you know what? I don't care
Which
because
Brittany got
somebody.
dragged for giving him a wrench. Isn't that crazy? People like, can I ask why people on this platform think that they own? Like, how do you? I don't know why people think they're entitled to dictate who you are, what you do, how you run your channel, how you parent your kids, how you run your household.
Right.
It's insane. It's insane.
They have nothing better to do, is all I can say.
Who made them the YouTube
I mean, I
police?
don't know why they can't stay in their own lane. You know what I mean? They run their channel the way they want to. You run your channel the way you want to. Or
I've said
your
it
chat
before
or
and
whatever.
again, those who are doing better than you will not criticize you. They won't need to.
Yep. You're right about that.
I'm sorry, Britt, if I stepped my boundaries tonight, but
No, you're fine.
I had to say that because a lot of things that came out tonight, even Chris McDonough believes this, listening to him.
Yeah, and isn't he like he's retired from, or is he active in the Cold Case Foundation? Like investigation. I know he has a lot of background in it.
Well, I don't want to give that woman that much credit,
Thank
but
you, Otto.
evidently she has a lot of pull
Maurice,
in that county.
Maurice said, Britt, can you even go to the toilet in peace? You need to make a sign. Pete, please. Right? No, I cannot. I can't do anything. Every move
Want
I
your
make,
mom?
what no, it ain't even about my kids. It ain't even about my kids. I'm being
Oh,
stalked on YouTube.
I know.
Every
Yeah, it's
step you
crazy.
take, every move
Right.
you
Every
make.
move you make.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you see what
Every
Steph said?
single day, every time I swear. Good Lord. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, but they need to stop.
Sam, I am not being
Stay in your
right.
own lane, and you'll stay in yours.
Oh, I love it.
Sam, I am not being. Yeah, it's un. Oh my God, help us, Jesus. Help us, Jesus.
I know Seth knows he's loved here. We love you so
No,
much.
it was stated that my lives, every live I've done since May has been recorded, and is actively being recorded. There is a critique
Good.
database with my personal text messages that is being filed in a folder and labeled about each, labeled
Have you filed
intricately.
harassment charges?
No,
Yeah,
but
that's harassment.
the fact that somebody would sit there and spend hours compiling stuff
Yeah, they
together
have
like that
nothing
is
better to do, is
psycho.
what I'm saying.
You're fucking
Exactly.
psycho.
Yeah.
For what?
You know
That's
what they call
psychotic.
that?
I mean, they can't make content
Stalker.
of their own except for making fun of people, and I just don't get it. I don't get it. Like I said, people need to stay in their own lane, you know?
It's beyond harassment now. It's stalker. If they're doing all of that,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
getting to be, yeah, that's beyond harassment.
Do I hear gummy bears?
No.
You're
Are
eating
you?
something, we can hear it.
I don't know what you're
You're
talking
making
about.
us hungry.
That's kind of what I thought.
I lit a
mm,
cigarette. Maybe that was it.
The hell is
Oh,
that?
okay.
What is that?
What is what?
Nothing. No, Christian just woke up and he got my phone, and I saw, like, I glanced out the doorway of the office, and you can kind of like see part of the staircase. Like we are slowly merging our schedule, so like it's getting closer and closer to being back on track or whatever. So I saw him walking downstairs with a light. That light looked orange, and the way that he had the flashlight on my phone, but he had his hand over it, so it made it look like an orange light was coming down the staircase. And I'm like, what the hell is that?
Brittany, I know you don't drink, but anybody who does, soak your gummy bears in vodka.
Potatoes are cooking in grease. I repeat. Yeah, no. I'm not eating nothing crunchy, y'all. If y'all heard something crunchy, I really don't know what that is. I'm seriously not.
No, I just heard a bag wrestling. So
Did you bring enough for the whole class? Are you kidding me? I'm always strapped, Kimmy Lou. I am always strapped. I'm running deep in gummy bears. Days.
they're cheaper than cigarettes, huh, Brittany?
Don't hate. Oh, the peach rings. You know what? I don't know if I've had those.
Oh, I love those. Yeah, those are my favorite.
I've
Pretty
seen
good.
them. Gummy
talking
wrappers
about
are
the
going to make
regular-
wrapper sounds.
are they talking about the regular peach rings or the infused ones?
Well, okay, now I'm
just
intrigued.
talking about the
What is
regular
infused
one.
peach ring? Oh, wait a minute. Infused with THC?
Yeah.
Marijuana?
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know what they're talking about. I was talking about regular gummies.
Yeah,
Or regular,
I
like,
can't
peach
with
rings.
THC.
Herbally infused and
No.
confused.
No, I don't do that.
I can't. It makes me paranoid, but I don't hate on anybody that does.
Right.
I wish it would do for me what it does for y'all.
I would do the vodka, but not the THC.
I just heard somebody talking about them and I was like, are they the regular ones though? But I don't like anything peach, so
You don't like
Yeah.
anything sweet?
I was talking about original. I was talking about original. Peach
I just
rings.
like I love sweet. Don't get me wrong. My coffee is very sweet.
They're good. They're like a sweet and sour type. It's good.
But I don't like the flavor of peach unless it's jello. I
Yeah, the
love
peach
peach
flavor.
jello, but I don't like it in anything else. I don't want it in tea. I don't particularly care for it.
Yeah.
How do we always get into a conversation of food with you, Britt?
Because Britt opened the bag of gummy bears.
I think I was just wanting a snack and I tuned into the sound.
Right? Oh man. Let me see. Let me see. I use Dunkin' Extra Extra in my coffee. Oh, that sounds so good, PJ. I didn't have any coffee tonight today. I need to go. I gotta have to get some coffee in the morning. We're out. Craig was gonna make some when I was on the first live this afternoon, and we didn't even have it. Like we got like one little scoop of coffee left. Brittany, that would be funny if you did the infused gummies. That would be a quite. Oh my God, Kimmy Lou, that would not even be quite a show. Let me tell you what would happen, okay? Because it happened. Yes, international. What? International delight French vanilla is bomb. I like all the international delights.
It is really good, Seth, but I like hazelnut.
My dad's a hazelnut fan. I can
Yeah, I
have it
love
every
hazelnut.
once in a while. But Brittany, like I've never tried gummies, but I have smoked. You know, like obviously I'm a human. We've all tried it.
I was 41 before I ever tried it.
Well, I'm proud to say that I never drank a drop of alcohol until my 21st birthday.
What? I was done
Yes,
drinking by the
I
time
did
I was
not.
21.
That's what Craig said. I did not
Yeah,
drink. I didn't smoke. I didn't. Only thing I ever did before, a legal time was cigarettes. I did start smoking early. I think I was like 15 or 16 when I first started
So was I.
smoking. But yeah, I waited until I was 21. But no, I was gonna say I don't even want to know what a gummy would do to me because just one or two hits off of a BLUNT and I'm freaking like my heart's beating out of my chest. I'm worried that I'm like
Well,
You may
there's
have got
different
a
strains
different
of it too.
strand.
my palms
Yeah,
get
that's what I was
sweaty.
gonna say.
Well, people say it helps with anxiety, but
Well, the
I'll be damned,
indica
it gives
helps
me
with the
anxiety.
anxiety. Indica will, and the only reason I can remember that is indica because it puts you in the couch.
Right?
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
what
one
people say.
that's the strain that's better to help with anxiety, I believe, because it's the more mellow one.
Yeah,
And,
that's what
uh,
I've heard.
the sativa is what a lot of people will hit while they're at work, even and continue to be able to work. I don't know how they do it. I do it and I'm sleeping for 12 hours.
Nana bought the
Yeah,
gummy bears the other day.
I've never enjoyed that, so that was not my cup of tea.
Well,
But I am
Oh Lord,
Catholic,
let's
so I
talk.
do drink.
I was
Let's talk,
41
Seb.
before I ever tried it, but I was pregnant when all my friends were trying it, and then I had a job that did random testing, so I couldn't then, so I had to wait until I left that job to ever try it.
Let's talk said donate a bag of gummy bears to the gummy fund. Girl, watch out. They're gonna be saying I'm grifting for my damn gummy bears.
I
They
just heard
said
the bag again.
I'm grifting for ice. That I beg y'all for ice machines. I grift for gummy bears. Well, they didn't say that. I just said they would.
Lord.
No, listen, seriously. I've
Yeah.
never in my life heard such in my life. I beg y'all for ice. When is the last time y'all have heard me? Like, I want an honest to God answer. When is the last time that you, all of you, there's 680 of you here. When is the last time you can remember where I've come to you guys and asked you for help financially? And
Never.
I'm not, obviously, no, I have before, but I've, and I'm not talking about asking for
I've never heard
memberships,
you personally.
but I'm saying, like, when is the last time any of you can remember me actually ask you guys for donations for help for something?
I don't ever hear it.
I haven't.
Because
Occasionally you'll say, throw your girl a cup of ice, but that's not grifting.
And it's always followed
I've
up by
seen people do a whole lot
but
worse.
never expected.
Mm.
So you always make sure to say, you're not begging
You
for
always
it. You
say
throw
it's
it out
never
there.
right.
The same way their mods throw it out for them.
Yeah. Hey, Holly Sharp, good to see you. Yeah, I know it's been at least 8 months, at least. Like I genuinely want to freaking, I like wanted to ask you guys that because me and my mods were talking about it today, and I was like, what?
Well, I'm kind of racking my
They
brain
said I
because
changed my
I
voice.
can't remember when.
They said I changed my voice to get donations.
No,
Yeah.
I think that
What?
Yes, because we have people that come in here with a voice fetish, so you have to change it to get them to donate. What the hell?
I can't. Like they said that. Let me tell y'all what I okay. This one really gets me. Giveaway. So one of the giveaways that I did before was I don't really have. Oh, good night, Seth. I hope you have a good night's rest, love. Go get you some rest.
Good night, Seth. We love
night,
you.
So
Good night,
here's one of the
sweetheart.
things that really blew
Good
my mind.
night.
And I'm not going to address all this crap, but there's a couple of them that I think are really stupid that I want to run by you, right? So they said that I was ungrateful for the meal that my mods purchased for me and Craig and him for when my father-in-law passed away. I was eternally grateful for that. Still am grateful. I think it was incredibly kind on all of them that they cared enough for me that they were willing to do that for me. Okay. But with that being said, they left out the part that I didn't. She made it like I got this meal, right? Oh, she said I chose it. I picked it out. You need to stop being so manipulative because that's not how it went. She called me and said, "Hey, I'm going to read some menu items off to you. We want to buy you some food and have it sent to you. I'm going to read a list of the menu and I want you to pick what food you want." She made it sound like I hit her up and told her that I wanted her to order this $299 meal. And she was talking like it was a lot of food too. That blew my mind. 2 pounds of turkey. It wasn't even 2 pounds, y'all. It wasn't. I showed y'all what it was today. Anyway, I don't even care about that. She made it sound like the food, like I got the food and then I got mad and complained and sent those text messages. That's not what happened. They sent the food. I was grateful, told all my mods thank you, and months went by. Okay? Months went by, and nothing was ever else said about it. Mallory left. Okay? We were on a call with me and some of the other mods. Eddie asked me, "Oh, by the way," like we were just talking about stuff, like rehashing things. And Eddie said, "By the way, Britt, did you ever get those groceries that we all went in for to buy you?" And I said, "What? What groceries?" He said, "When your father-in-law passed away, me, Mallory, Jim, I can't remember if it was anybody else. We all went in together and we put our money together to buy you groceries for the week." And I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "No, I never got in any groceries." And then I told him about the dinner that I got. And he said, "What? A dinner?" He said, we raised like $300. And what y'all seen were messages that I sent asking about the food and talking about how we were wondering if
You
she
never
really,
received it.
well, no, I received it, but we were wondering if she actually really spent $300 on one meal. So that's what she showed.
Right.
And it goes to show you how
Yeah.
manipulative she is, because she's trying to make it like I got that food and I was so ungrateful for it. No, there's always
Yeah, I
context to a
seen that.
conversation.
Brittany,
But I seen some of it. I didn't watch all of it because didn't they carry on for like hours?
I don't know. Yeah, it
Brittany,
was. Yes, Nana.
Dr. Gary B. said thank you for showing the podcast.
Oh, of course. Where's he at? Is he in here? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so humble. Thank you so much, Dr. Gary. You guys, you and Chris McDonough and Josh, I very much like Josh a lot. I consider Josh a friend. But Mr. Gary B, I appreciate you saying that, but I also appreciate all of the things that you said on
Yes,
that panel.
He's
I appreciate it.
He's got such knowledge. I mean, his
Yeah.
psychology and everything that he has backing him. What an amazing man. I mean, what an amazing man.
Look what he said. He said, thanks, working on 2 new books, appearing on multiple shows, podcasts, and documentary series, writing articles, doing research, treating people, going to jail's intense life. Yeah, I bet. Well, I do appreciate you, Dr. Gary, and I'm humbled that you stepped into the chat tonight. And I thank you very much. Like I said, you hit on some really important topics, and you also, it kind of helps hearing from an expert or someone who, is highly accredited. So yeah, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that was an awesome podcast.
Sandwich. See, Brett, we got big hitters in these chats, and the swear shouldn't be mentioned. You're right. You're absolutely right. No, it honestly, like, it blows my mind when you have these, people like Dr. Gary or Chris McDonough, or even, people from an outsider's perspective like Aiden from Lore Lodge. When they see these things and point out these same weird inconsistencies that we have, like, that should, in my opinion, speak volumes. Let's see. Dr. Gary says, I remember when we do true crime work, we work for God. We are doing his work, aren't we? Yes. I love that.
Yes.
You just, okay,
God
like
gives doctors the knowledge.
My respect for you just increased by like a million because you acknowledge God. I appreciate that. Thank you, Dr. Gary, and you're amen. Absolutely. Ben George, Mr. George says, can we all pray for Bratty little me? She needs some love, and please wish her and her beautiful son a happy gotcha day. Where is Bratty, Ben? I didn't see her tonight.
Happy Gotcha Day if you're listening.
So Bratty is a saint, you guys. For those I don't know how many of you may know my beautiful Bratty, but Bratty is a saint, and I love her so much. And yes, her and her baby are having, they're celebrating their Happy Gotcha Day. And he is absolutely a beautiful child, and she's such a good mama. And yeah, Bratty goes through a lot, y'all. Bratty relates to me on the having a child who has insomnia, me and Braddy can relate on that. She understands it. I understand her. So, yes, please keep Braddy in your prayers, guys. She does amazing. She's got a heart of gold. She's got faith like no other. And she's absolutely doing everything she can for her little man to try to make sure that he has everything that he needs. And then some. So,
We
yes.
love you, Brady, little man, and happy Gotcha Day to you and your little man.
Yes. Oh, incredible Yes, it was an incredible podcast. Yes, absolutely. Dr. Gary, do you have a channel? Do you have a channel of your own? If you do, I would love to grab your link and share it in chat. I wish Seth was still here.
If not, I wish he'd post to where his books are so we could order his books.
Yeah. Dr. Gary, right before you stepped in chat, Seth Rogers was in here. He's a regular viewer of the channel. She did, C-Star. She did adopt a sweet little baby. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm gonna see if Dr. Gary has a channel, and then I'm probably gonna go ahead and end it out because it is wow, time flies when you're having a good convo. It's 4 a.m. my time. Seth, he did go to sleep, yes.
4
I
a.m.
can't.
my time too. I think I'm gonna drop down.
Okay,
Good night,
well, thank
girls.
you. Good night, Miss Sunflower.
Good night,
Thank you for
everybody in
coming
chat.
up.
Good night,
I will
sweetheart.
Good night.
pray for everybody and
Good
love
night.
on everybody.
Oh, Dr. Gary said, you know who I was chatting with earlier? Oh, no. Who were you? Were you having a chat with someone earlier? I must have missed it. Were you on with Josh and Justin? I missed Justin's stream.
No, he wasn't. I mean, I was on that channel, so.
Oh, the
I don't remember seeing him.
Gonsalveses. Oh, wow. The Gonsalveses. We were on Court TV together. I'm going to have to review that tomorrow. Thank you for letting me know
too.
that.
I'm off tomorrow, so I'll be catching that one.
Josh said me. You're funny. Yeah. Hey, Miss O. Good to see you. You guys are awesome. Britt, a beautiful job tonight. Thank you, Irony Rose. I appreciate it. I gave
Dr.
him.
Gary, I wish you would put some kind of a resource out there so we can order your books, because I would be very interested in that. Brittany would not mind, right, Britt?
No, absolutely. Go ahead.
Please put it out there.
Yeah,
I don't mind at all. Not at all. Hey, PJ, can you message me? I want to see about getting you in the mod group. Is there any mods in here that aren't a part of my mod group? I know that Chloe Joe chooses to be separate, which is okay. You know, if you're not comfortable being in a mod chat, it's not a requirement, but I kind of like to have my mods in a mod chat where I can kind of like keep you all up to date on, you know, everything. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh Lord, look at that. Bite me, rain. Hi, y'all. I have to come over here to see if y'all are talking about the Sebastian Rogers case. I just lost my son on Sunday morning. He was just 35 years old. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry, love.
I am
Heart
so
goes out to you.
sorry.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I don't even have words for that.
Here's my dear. Oh my goodness.
I'm so sorry about you, Ray. Please keep your faith and just know that, uh, you're not by yourself and you don't have to be. There's Braddy. There you are, my Braddy. Braddy, I love you. I hope you're doing okay. You're so awesome. So proud of you, Braddy, for being a strong mama. Where is my dumpling at, too? I haven't seen her. Dumpling's kids started back school, so she's probably like back on schedule where I should be. Sammy G has questions. Hi, Sammy G. Good to see you. Where is Mod Squad located at? It is a messenger chat, Sam. It's on Messenger. I just have a modest little mod chat where, um, all of us mods kind of congregate and just, yeah. It's a place to run through things. It's a place where we, if I need something for the channel or just, you know how we do. Hey, Bambi. Good to see you, Bambi. Yes, prayers. All right, guys. Well, I guess that's going to do it for me. It is 4 a.m. Hey, y'all got 2 streams out of me today. Hey, Miss Kim. Love you, Miss Kim.
I got to go back and watch your other one. I worked today, but I will. I will.
Well, I wish I could tell you that. I wish I could tell you that it was a.
It's not good.
Oh, do you see that? I hope you see that. Bite me, Ray. Dr. Gary said reach out to him. Awesome. Dr. Gary, you got a big heart.
I love that.
Dr. Gary, I wish you could be my psychologist because I need one.
I had pizza tonight. I didn't eat the crust. I have crust issues. Can you help? Josh, there was a short he did on his channel, y'all. I died. He walked up to a store, and on the store door there was 3 signs that said no ice, no EBT, and no beer. No beer, no ice, no EBT. And Josh he pans the camera at the door and he said, well, that's a deal breaker for me. And then Josh walks up to the door and he peeks his head in the store and he gets the clerk's attention and he says, hey, do you have ice, beer, or EBT?
EBT.
I said Josh is the only one I know that would do some shit like that. You asshole. Sorry, Dr. Gary. Excuse my French, but that was so funny. Do you have ice, beer, or EBT? That really shows how big your heart is, Dr. Gary, and I love that about you. That's what God wants us to do. He said, I'd like to offer friendship to people having a hard time. It's so important. Absolutely, it is. 100%. Feel free, Dr. Gary, to drop your email in my chat if you need to, or whatever. I don't mind one bit. Josh said he was pissed. I bet he was. He even whoever made those signs even went through the trouble of coloring the little letters different colors. It was so funny. Wonder what happened where they ran out of ice and beer. That's so funny. Dr. Gary is in New York. His number and email is available online. Thank you, Maurice. Thank you, sweetheart. You know what?
Dr. Gary, realize that you're going to have a lot of people emailing you.
Sorry, Nana. My earbuds went out.
Did I go out?
No, my earbuds did, and I was talking over you. I apologize.
No, you weren't. No, you weren't. I just said that Dr. Gary has to realize there's going to be a lot of people emailing him. We all have
Right.
issues.
You got some issues, Dr. Gary. You done did it now.
No,
You
I
did it
won't.
now, Dr. Gary. You did it now.
No, I won't.
No, it's okay. If he he seems like a very All right, let's check our poll results, guys.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Do you think investigators know what happened to Sebastian? 578 votes. 64% said yes. 35% said no. Interesting. Oh, come on, guys. Let's click that. Can we click that thumbs up? We got 445 thumbs ups. I know there's so many more. We could get so many more than that. I feel it in my bones. There's no way we got 200 hate watchers. I mean, anything's possible. Hold on.
Not for clinical conversations.
That's what I was laughing at.
That was hilarious, Dr. Gary.
But I totally get it.
Jack.
Aren't subscriptions what you send to get issues? Good one. I see what you did there, Dr. Gary. I see what you did there. That was good. Touche. Look, we even make Dr. Gary a jokester.
I just want to know how I want to know how I can get his books, because I love to read.
So,
I'm gonna go check it out, because they say he's on the internet, so I'll check it out.
Yes. Mulberry.
Amazon, Nana. Okay.
Josh said the regular Don Rickles. I stop.
Do you see what Dr. Gary just said?
I would love for you guys to, if y'all want to do a live stream with me. Let's schedule something, Dr. Gary and Josh.
Oh God, I would love it.
I would totally love to have you
Absolutely.
on my panel. We could do a stream any day. Oh, yay. That's so nice. Josh said we could do that. Hey, let me know. My books are everywhere. Barnes and Noble, Amazon, and whatever. Wherever.
Thank you, Dr. Gary.
Oh, you guys are awesome.
I mean,
Yeah.
Dr. Gary, tell me, how many books do you have out? I'm curious. You have a lot of reading to do, I'm sure.
Amy Jo said, Dr. Gary, that would be great. Brittany gets a lot of hate and not nearly enough support. I love you, Amy Jo. Thank you for saying that with your Amy Jo with the good hair. I would not have it any other way. You guys are always welcome. I'd love that. I would love that. And we can get Justin on with us too. Bring Justin up. Let's do it. Ben George. Mr.
Get it, Ben.
Benjamin Reginald George.
Oh my goodness, Ben. Did you, Brittany, did you what? Bite me,
Just-
Ray said.
Huh? Oh, let me see.
Read what
Let me
bite.
scroll up. Oh man. My son was so sick over a month, and he had I'm not sure how you say that disease, and he had bipolar, and I've cried so much. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, my love. I wish there was something I could do. Maurice, welcome to the mod squad. You look good in blue. If you're confused. Oh, look, she said Amazon top seller, the new evil. Congratulations. But yes, as far as where did Bite Me Ray go? Bite Me Ray, I'm so sorry, sweetheart, and I hope that you will take the opportunity to actually have a conversation with Dr. Gary, sweetheart. Look, God works in mysterious ways. Things happen for a reason, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and you just so happen to stumble into my live stream the same time that Dr. Gary come into my live stream, and he told you to, he'd like to hear from you. I think that says a lot right there. I think that would be good for you, and if there's anything we can do, my love, I'm gonna give you my email. You're welcome to reach out to me as well. This is my email. I'm so sorry. Contrary to what people say, I'm not a mean person. I promise. I'm not. And you're welcome to reach out to me anytime. Okay, there you go. There's the email. Kimmy Lou, thank you guys. I'm so overwhelmed by the love. And look at this. 620 people in here at 400. 400. Lord. People at 4 o'clock in the morning. Thank you so much, y'all. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Yes, absolutely, Emmy Joe. I'm so sorry, Bite Me Ray. I love you too, Maurice. All right, guys. Ben was trying to get Dr. Gary Green. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and head out though. Thank you to everybody. Josh, if you guys want to get together and have a stream, I would be more than honored to host you and Dr. Gary, and I'd love to have Justin on with us. Let's just have a big old discussion about all of it. I'd love to get Dr. Gary's thoughts on Sebastian, hear more about what he thinks. Maybe Summer, maybe we can incorporate a few of the cases. We also have the Dylan Redwine case, guys. That's another one that you don't want to miss. I appreciate each of you so much. Let's Talk. I hope that this helps out, guys. Let's Talk has a channel. She cross streamed with me tonight, so
Thank
I
you.
guess you're very welcome. I guess that would count as your first live stream. You did it.
Yes, I did it. I broke that threshold.
Congratulations. And make sure, let's get your link dropped real quick too. I want you guys to sub up to Let's Talk.
I already did.
Thank you. I know. You're wonderful.
I know.
I know.
It's all about confidence.
Go over
I know.
to Let's Talk.
I think I just watched too much.
You think too much
I
about
do.
it. You overly think.
I do. I do.
Well,
I have so much to say.
So I get it. I do overthink everything most of the time.
Oh, I do too. That's how I know she overthinks. I see
It's the truth. Like, it's hard to sleep. I think about it, I got to do this. I have to do this. I have to do
Yeah,
this.
you got this.
Then I get the nerve up to put it up there, and then I start taking it down an hour and an hour and an hour, and then I don't do it. So tonight I just jumped up here. It took me forever even to chat in the chat.
And see, I've never been afraid to talk. That shutting up thing I'm not real good at, but I can talk.
See, and I always got in trouble for it at school, so I don't understand why I can't do it. Maybe overthinking. Okay. Exactly. They don't think or they. There's a lot of that. Brittany, you still there? It's exhausting.
Pee, please.
Had to go get Brittany. Well, she said her earbuds were dying, so maybe they finally died.
She's not moving.
Here, hold on. I'm just trying to find Let's Talk's. Why can't I find your link? Where did it go?
I don't know.
Hold on, I got it. Hold on, just let me view it on
It's
YouTube.
because it comes up as Trucker's Wife too, so I gotta fix that. I gotta figure out how to fix it.
Here we go. I got it. All right. Oh, it's so awesome. She's streaming. Yay. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool, Nana. You're talking on Let's Talk. You're commenting on Let's Talks and on mine. That's awesome.
I like that.
How
Thank
cool is
you.
that?
Thank you, Nana. I didn't know if it would work, so I saw it in the corner, and that's why I instant messaged you. I IM'd you to make sure, out of respect, that it would
Of
be
course.
okay.
Yeah.
But you have to do that, you know? Yeah. It's like walking into someone's house and opening their refrigerator. You can do that. Have to act.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. But yeah, of course, listen, let me tell you something. If I can help people, I will. Listen, I suck. I suck at responding to messages. It's not personal, but it's just my ADHD. I'm a squirrel constantly. But y'all, that's Let's Talk's chat a link that I just dropped. Can y'all grab it real quick? Grab that link and go sub up. So good. She's working courage and she's getting her feet off the ground. We've helped other channels start out, and they've done amazing. I mean,
And I
contrary
appreciate.
to
I know, contrary to everyone's belief.
yeah,
But
to the crap they say, I hate it.
well, one thing I just don't get is that who made them the YouTube police, first of all.
Oh my
And
god.
second of all, they're making money off of you. So they're getting on you about what you're making against the missing child. Well, you're doing it too. And so what are you sharing? Are they sharing that money with you? Because
Nope.
it's your lives that they're talking about. If you want to get technical.
Yeah, she's lazy. She just uses all of our stuff.
Thank you, Lucky Lady, for subscribing
Oh.
to the channel. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone.
Oh my god. George. Right? Yeah, you missed half of my awesome comments. Are you ignoring me? I'm totally out of here.
Oh, stop.
And then after they do that, George, then they go on a hate campaign of viciously trying to destroy you because you didn't see their comment. It's crazy.
Ben, we're still waiting for your I don't remember. I gotta look back. It was. Oh, we were talking about the Jersey Boys and all of them.
All right. Yeah, y'all,
Me
I'm gonna have to
too.
get off here, but we're gonna do a parody panel. I haven't talked to Justin about it yet, but he's doing it. I'm Josh, you're gonna have to join us for the parody panel. You
Yes.
can be great
Oh,
news for the
yes.
night. And Ben's gonna be Saul Rosenberg, or
Yes.
okay.
Okay.
I'm telling you, Ben, you should consider. Oh, you do a mean Dr. Phil. Or
I
Josh,
can't stand Dr. Phil. Oh my God, I can't stand that man.
whoever you want to impersonate, Josh, you can be whoever you want to be. But I want to do a damn parody panel. I'm gonna get the wig and everything.
Oh,
I need to
that's
find
gonna
a.
be funny.
I need to find a fake
Private eye,
nose.
private eyes watching you.
If anybody knows how I can get how I can get like a fake nose, let me know.
It's almost Halloween. They have all the Halloween stuff out already.
I need a.
Haven't you seen it?
I
I can
need to
tell you how to
look.
do it with liquid latex.
I have
No,
him with glasses and a mustache.
no, I need a blonde wig and a fake nose.
You can make one out of silly putty.
Or I could go as Miss Doubtfire. They're both pretty much the same. All right.
Ben's gonna go as Seth, and Seth is gonna go as Ben George.
Amy Joe said, "Can I be Becky?" Sure,
Oh my God.
sure.
Emmy Joe, I love you.
Brittany,
Becky.
Brittany.
That came out loud in my headphones.
Hey guys, hey guys. Tell me
Oh my
that
God,
doesn't
that
sound like
sounds
it,
so familiar.
doesn't it? Hey
Hi,
guys.
everyone.
Right. I've been sitting here downloading her videos since, well, I'm trying to, you got to get that raspy smoker's voice too. Like, it's nasally, but you got to do the raspy smoker's voice too.
Well, I have a
Hey,
smoker's voice.
and no, you don't. And she's got a lisp. Hey guys. Anyway.
She attacked the.
Where's her accent from?
Hers?
Yeah.
I don't know. When she says certain things, it sounds like almost Canadian. Like when she says brag, she says brag. I'm not gonna brag about it. Or
I mean, I'm
drag.
not trying to dox her or anything. I'm just saying.
Brag. I have
Where
no
is she
clue where she's
from? You
hell.
know?
The depths of hell.
Yeah.
That's
She's
where
down with the devil.
Oh, we're in for it
Lucifer's
tomorrow.
wife. She's already getting coming after me,
No,
whether I
she
say
got
anything or not.
that video that we just watched. She
Yeah.
already put it on there.
Told you. There you go. Going
Can I
after.
mention this channel?
She's going live again. She's going off on Silver's on the Scene. Like, are you freaking kidding me?
Well, did you hear what she said about what was his name? Aiden? That's from the one that we watched from the lounge, the log.
No.
Yeah, she was disgusted by him not going after Seth more, only going after Katie and Chris.
Wait a minute. It cut out. I'm sorry. What?
The lounge, was that what it's called? The lodge?
Yes. Laura Lodge.
Yeah, his name is Aiden, right?
Yeah.
He was going after him and how disappointed he was. He didn't go after Seth more.
Oh my God. Just because they're obsessed with slagging Seth don't mean normal people are.
Laura Lodge.
Why could she go after him? What the hell?
It's
Real quick. Hold on a second. There was something I was going
Someone
to
else.
say. She was discussing, yeah, but that's the yes, Bonnie. And Bonnie, yes, you were correct in what you said about who when you the queen of the Mean Girls, yes. But she said she was disgusted with him. Yeah, like her like she thinks she's God Emperor over everybody, and it's up like everybody has to go according to what she says. And then she'll say, I'm so disappointed, guys. I'm so disappointed in these people. Who are you? I'm sorry. Who said any of us gave a F what you think or what your opinion is? The fact that you think that your opinion is supreme and you got this weird idea that policing YouTube is somehow your job, like something's really wrong with you, lady. Like you're not going to get anywhere doing what you're doing. You might be doing pretty good right now with your numbers, but that's only going to last for a little bit. People are already getting tired of listening to you be so freaking condescending and acting like you're better than everybody. Shit ain't going to last with nobody. Tanya Delaware says, "Hi, sorry I'm late. How is everyone?" Hey Tanya, good to see you. Right, like who made you the YouTube police?
Exactly. Thank you guys for sorry, I'm getting tired. Thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate it.
But all right, guys, I'm on. Yes. Thank you everybody for supporting Less Real and for everything y'all done for everybody. I appreciate all of you guys. I love that how helpful our community is and how we all look out for each other. It means so much to me. Exactly, lucky lady.
Yes.
Like he gives two flying F's what she thinks. She's not even on his radar. It's a joke.
Gonna have that
Anyway,
because record this.
right. Clip that, or I'm sure you are. You're already recording it, you psycho obsessive person. I forgot because I forgot I was like 45 minutes behind, and no wonder my chat is way off. Oh, all right, guys. Well, I love you all. Sorry for the for venting. Brett, I just wonder if Silver on the Scenes will still come down here to Northwest Mississippi this Thursday. I don't know why he wouldn't. I think he's doing a good job and he's just trying to help, and he doesn't deserve all the hate.
Thank you so much, Brittany. I appreciate you so much.
You're very welcome.
There's everyone in chat. Ben George.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Brittany, I love you.
I love you too, Nana.
So happy to be here. I just want to let you know, my niece sat in a chair yesterday. They got her out of bed and sat her in a chair.
Yay!
Yes.
That's awesome.
Man.
This is just a miracle. Even the doctor said this is a miracle. I just wish her kidneys would function. But I don't think it's going to, and I think that she's going to have a kidney transplant. So, anybody willing to give a kidney?
I'm already on I had my sent in. Gosh, it's been probably 10 years ago to be able to donate because there was a little boy in my town that needed a kidney, and I was like, if it's compatible, he can have mine. He's a kid, So I've been on the National Registry for 10 years and never got a call.
That's the only issue that she's having at the moment, except for she can't talk because of the breathing tube down her. But she's got speech therapy, and I'm so blessed. we're all so blessed, and I just thank God every day, every day.
That's
So,
awesome.
and I thank you all for your prayers. I can't thank you enough, and I say this every time I come on channel, but I can't thank you enough.
Absolutely. Bless her
I
heart.
mean,
Well, we
the
love her.
power of
They'll
prayer
get
is
it.
wonderful.
This is miracles right now of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing. So glad
And
that
To
she
go
Brittany,
was up
7
to.
months in a coma and come out of it, I mean, it's just
Yeah.
amazing. And even the doctor said it's a miracle. It's a miracle.
Yep.
But
But it
Praise
makes
every
me
day,
God. God.
hear
every day we have positive, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I love y'all, and I'm gonna go down
good
and share.
night.
And I love you all.
Have a good
Oh,
night, man.
good night.
We love you. Nana. Good night.
Good night. We love you, Nana. Love you. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and end it out too. I love you all. Thank you so much. Let's talk tattoo mama. I appreciate you. Guys, if you don't mind, can you take a second and click that thumbs up if the mods want to drop the link? If anybody wants to buy your girl a cup of ice, I know they're going to come after me. I don't care.
Or a bag of gummy bears.
Yeah, whatever if you want to throw a tip, it's greatly appreciated. I'm not grifting. That's there's the difference, damn it. But will help out the channel. My links are in chat. Thank you to all who have looked out, who have supported the channel. Please make sure you click that thumbs up. To all who are watching the replay, thank you for all that you do as well. And yeah, we'll see you all back here today, later on. I was gonna say tomorrow, but it's already going on 5 a.m. So
It's
another day.
1:30 here.
Yeah.
It's 3:30 here.
Goodness.
Well, good night, everyone. Thank you
Good
so much,
night.
Brittany. I appreciate you. Tattoo Mama. Good night. Good night, Pat.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
night. Oh, also, guys, for anybody watching over on Let's Talk's channel, make sure you sub up. Click that thumbs up for her as well. Y'all, do me a favor. Go over to Let's Talks before you end it out and click the thumbs up over on her channel too. All right, y'all. I love you all. We will see y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.